breaking down Britney Spears' $200 million mistake. We got to talk about this and more, but before we get into it, hi best friend, and welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, the whole vibe, it's giving pop culture messy bestie, and today I decided to be a little bit more cozy, okay? Because you guys are loving the cozy vibes, and that is what I want. I want to bring coziness to you, okay? Because the world is already so cray-cray, so why not have a little cozy moment with your messy bestie? And this is to all those who request a little more FaceTime vibes. So, we have a special guest. Hi. So, all right, we got to break down Britney Spears' $200 million. Well, a lot of people are actually calling it a mistake. I don't know do you want to get comfortable? I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm going to call it something, okay? So, let's go through this, best friend, all right? Now, if you guys didn't know, Britney Spears sold her ownership share of her music in Primary Wave, and what's included in this? 100% of Britney's interests in her recording economy and her share, not all of Britney's music, just the share she owns. Primary Wave will start receiving those royalties. Deal also includes limited name and likeliness rights with prior approval. So, how much did Britney Spears actually own of her music? She was signed to Jive Records. Mega producers like Max Martin wrote and produced many of her songs. Several stakeholders own shares in Britney's music. Now, Britney's ownership share depends on the song. For instance, according to the deal document schedule for her publishing, Work Bitch 10% authorship, Every Time 65% authorship, Me Against the Music 14% authorship. So Britney Spears did not have full ownership of her music. And that is where the confusion always lies, because people are saying she lost out on a lot more money, but in reality, she wasn't really receiving so much. Now, some people are saying that she, from the music, it would receive from royalties $1 million per month, okay? But here's the kicker, best friend. $1 million per month shared between a whole bunch of other people. So Britney probably didn't even get that much from royalties. If you break down, let's say $1 million into a 10%, authorship, she was probably getting like $100,000. So if you really think about it and you start making those type of calculations, $200 million plus could actually seem like a very good deal. It says here, even though Britney doesn't release new music or tour anymore, her catalog still performs. Her music generates 7 million Spotify streams per day, roughly 2.6 billion streams per year on Spotify alone. That's before adding YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and other platforms. Now, it says here there's even a direct comp, Justin Timberlake. He's the same age, who also signed to Jive Records, generates around 7 million daily Spotify streams, and reportedly sold his catalog for around 100 million. So, here's the other thing. It says the bull case. The biopic hits and revenue compounds. The bear case, even without it, Britney's catalog keeps generating millions year after year. So, when the biopic comes out, of course her streams are going to skyrocket, right? And all that money, all that royalty will go to Primary Wave and will no longer go to her. But if it was not for the biopic or anything kind of spiking her music, then what happens is her music doesn't really generate that much money. So I think Britney, what she did was she actually made a really good deal, because what we are seeing is that because she wasn't the 100% owner, for example, like Taylor Swift, who she writes, she produces, she makes the music, she does all of it. then of course it is a lot easier for her to say, no, I earned so much money just from streaming. Why would I want to sell my music catalog for so little? Do you know what I mean? So it really does kind of make sense if you really think about it. I think Britney is, I think the reason why I think a lot of people think that it was a huge mistake was because, you know, when you think of Britney, you think, oh, you know, she's probably making millions of dollars, you know, from her music. She's probably, you know, earning so much money, and she's doing so good in numbers and in streaming. But in reality, you know, 7 million a day is good only on Spotify, but you got to share that with so many people. And also, you have to understand, there's a lot of songs that Britney Spears, you know, she did not write in, she did not produce, she did not do really anything in it. Therefore, she was probably receiving cents from it. So it really wasn't that much money that she let go of. So I actually think that it was a really interesting idea. I do wish that Britney maybe would have held on a little bit more, at least until the biopic happened. But I also been hearing a lot of people say that the reason she did sell it was because she didn't want her family somehow to get any money from her music. So I don't know legally what is going on there, but I do believe that there's something very fishy happening. And that is the reason why she maybe sold it the way she did. Now, of course, some people are also saying that she sold it because she needed the money, and she sold it because she needed the, you know, the quick cash. So I really don't know what is true, what is not true. All right, that's the truth. But anyways, listen, best friend, today is Lunar New Year's Eve, okay? And I want to let you guys know the do's and the don'ts of today and tomorrow, Lunar New Year. So these are some very important facts that you should do.
So everyone's getting ready for Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, which is on February 17th, and that's when the Year of the Horse starts. I've already shared different ways to prepare yourself for the new year. It's also really important to avoid certain things on New Year's Day. I'm going to go over 7 things you need to avoid on Chinese New Year to have the best year. The first one is no sweeping or taking out the trash. Symbolically represents sweeping away your wealth or throwing it away. You can throw things into the trash, but just don't take it out until the next day. Second, don't wash or cut your hair, because washing your hair means that you're washing away your luck. It's the same thing with cutting your hair. It's also like cutting off success or fortune for the new year. Also, you want to shower on New Year's Eve, which is going to be the 16th, so you can wash away all of the old energy from the past year. Avoid using sharp objects like knives, scissors, and needles because they cut through your wealth and success. And also, it's a bad omen for cutting ties with your family. So a lot of people will chop their vegetables and meat the day before, so they're ready to cook it on Chinese New Year Day. Number 4, no lending or borrowing money. Borrowing money is seen as an omen that you're going to be struggling for the rest of the year. And if you're lending money, then you're just giving your wealth away before it can actually grow. If you can, try to clear more of your debt beforehand. Number 5, no crying, arguing, or complaining. It's believed that how you behave on the first day is going to set the rest of the year. So this is why some parents are extra lenient on their kids, so there's no tears and there's no arguments. Also, it's important to avoid complaining or speaking negatively because you're complaining your luck away. So avoid doing that on that day. And it's also attracting more of that to you. And also, you want to avoid using unlucky words. Language is very important in Chinese culture. We want to avoid words or conversations related to death, illness, or loss. So you just want to speak positively, speak kindly, and have a peaceful atmosphere on the day of the new year. Number 6, you want to avoid breaking glass or ceramics. Accidents happen, but you want to avoid this because it implies like broken fortune or broken connections with your family. So if that does happen, you want to do a remedy. So you wrap the pieces in red paper and then you say "sui sui ping an." It's a phrase that's like having peace all year round. Last one, number 7, avoid wearing black or white. So in Chinese culture, black or white is usually worn during mourning and during funerals. So we want to avoid that. We want to wear bright colors to ring in the new year. Some people will even buy new clothes to wear on the New Year's Day. For example, you could wear a red top with black pants, or you could wear a white shirt with like a red vest. It doesn't need to be all red head to toe. You can wear other brighter colors too, like gold, yellow, or pink. Oh, these might seem a little strict, but this is all designed for you to have a lucky new year and have a really smooth year. Try to avoid these on the Chinese New Year. Let's make it an amazing year of the horse. So everyone's getting ready.
Okay, so that was Lunar New Year, which is tomorrow, okay? Now today, February 16th, you have till midnight, so it doesn't matter if you're watching this at 3, at 4, at 5, you have till midnight, okay? I want you to make sure your home is beautiful. I want you to make sure that you are 100% organized, that you are clean, that you've thrown out things that you don't need. Just make sure that things are clean and that are welcoming. I also want you to please place a glass of water by the door, okay? Because that also attracts very good energy, and the wealth energy knows where to come in. You know, I really firmly believe these things. I think they're so beautiful to embrace. I love culture. I love learning. I love respecting it. I love understanding that there's a world outside of ours. And I think that it's a beautiful thing when you could embrace it and you could, celebrate amongst it. So I do think it's important to look beyond your beliefs and beyond what you think is the whole world. Because quite frankly, sweetie, there's a whole world outside. And I think it's a lot of people are kind of ignorant to that and don't want to accept that there is a whole world outside. So never wear black or white starting today. New Year's after 12, you don't want to be wearing black or white. So I think that's very important as well. And just be as positive as possible. And I get it, best friend, especially us who go, suffer from mental health. I understand that it could be very difficult, and it could be more like, okay, girl, yeah, picture perfect. But sometimes you just got to lie to yourself, and you got to just pretend that everything is good. Now, what I do lastly want you to do today, best friend, is I want you to write a letter of all the things you're letting go, okay? Because remember, today ends the year of the snake, the year of shedding. So I want you to write down a list of things that you want to let go of, that you don't want to welcome into this new year. So if you want to let go of illness, of bad negative mental health, of certain relationships, of certain behaviors, of patterns, things that are bringing you down, I want you to let go of them. And I really, really want you to focus on being the best version of yourself. So write that letter, burn it, get rid of it, throw it in the toilet, wherever you feel safe doing it. But make sure that you write it, you release it spiritually, all those things, then you get rid of that letter and you never see it again because it's in the past, okay? So I hope this all helps. I wish you guys a beautiful, happy Lunar New Year, and may all of your dreams and your goals and aspirations come true. And I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.